platform to now include your personal profiles. Did you guys know that? So the same analytics report that you can get from a company page, LinkedIn will actually give you that same report from your individual page now. Again, the idea is that so many people are using their personal page to generate business that you have to understand what content's working, what's not working, what are people engaging with. Matter of fact, what do people want to see more of on your page? These are the types of things you have to be doing and analyzing and optimizing, adjusting, shifting, pivoting, all of those buzzwords that you hear. Those changes are based in analytics. And so this is a really, really cool feature that LinkedIn has done by giving all of those analytics, again, that you used to have a company page to do for. Again, now as individuals, we can make extremely smart pivots in our marketing. Running leads and conversion ads. This is something else that has been really, really exciting that LinkedIn has played with and turned off a little bit. LinkedIn is flirting with the idea of allowing ads from personal pages as well. Now, since we've started talking, since we put this together, that's no longer an option that they're doing right now, so I do apologize about that. But that is something that they are truly flirting with, and we look forward to staying in touch with that. We do have a YouTube channel. It's called Social Selling with Socially In. If you guys want to subscribe, at which case we are always talking about once a month the newest features, the newest updates, and different things like that that LinkedIn are doing. But if you have a company page, you absolutely should be running LinkedIn targeted ads. For transparency, it will be the most expensive ad platform of any social media platform. I'll say that again, so don't run out and spend a bunch of money and come and yell at me. It is going to be the most expensive platform that you will run ads on. It'll be by far the most expensive cost per click, cost per conversion that you have. However, if you are in this master class right here, you're clearly in the B2B space. LinkedIn is a platform for you, and their targeting abilities, their reporting, their analytics are second to none. So again, if you can afford the budget, and you will have to have a pretty pitty budget, and I mean a pretty budget, we've done things where we've spent $1,000 in the refresh of a button. That's not an exaggeration. So again, it won't be cheap. However, if you have the budget and your company is serious about generating high quality leads, you absolutely need to have a LinkedIn ad strategy. This is a really, really, really exciting change for us as a company. When we launched our social selling division a couple years ago, this was something that we've always wanted to do, is how do we posit our leaders to be true thought experts in the social selling space? And LinkedIn has really helped do that. LinkedIn recently just upped their character count for posts. So you can now actually go up to 3,000 characters for any post that you do. Why is that important? Articles, blogs, long form content now can actually be created and distributed on LinkedIn. It's not going to be cut off. You don't have to get rid of all of the fluff, the good stuff. You can put as much as you would like to do. LinkedIn is also very well rewarding individuals who are starting to post this content. To give you guys an example, we launched a blog on my page last week, and in less than a week we had 500 subscribers, strictly due to the type of content and the long form content that we were pushing out. So again, if we're talking about nurturing, truly being a resource and value propositions, you need to have long form content, true resourceful content that your prospects can read. Also, at the end of this, if everybody goes over and takes and fills out a form fill at our booth, we actually just released one of our new social selling ebooks. It goes live on Amazon next week, and we are actually going to give all of you a free digital copy of it, because again, try to practice what we preach. So make sure that you guys stop over there and grab a copy of that before we take off. Sharing downloadable content. One of LinkedIn's also adjustments to be similar and to kind of not necessarily compete, that's a bad word, but one of the features that they saw on other social platforms that are really taking off is the carousel post. LinkedIn has launched a B2B version of that, at which case you can actually upload a PowerPoint and it will operate just like the same carousel post. So the same idea is you go on a trip on Instagram and you can now have 15 photos that you can swipe through. You can now upload an entire PowerPoint, and individuals can swipe through your carousel post on your LinkedIn just like they would for a photo that you uploaded from your most recent trip. Why is that also important? LinkedIn also included what are called smart links into that, which means that every single link and every single piece of content that you promote will be trackable. So again, every single link will be trackable, and downloading, carousel posts. So again, if you have a deck, if you have a capabilities deck, a presentation deck, if your sales reps are directly selling from LinkedIn, the use of this carousel post can be truly game changing to keep the conversation going with prospects. Also, quick thing, you can do up to 300 slides. Right now we are testing. We are recommending no more than 15. Again, LinkedIn does allow you to do 300 slides. We are doing some testing right now, and right now our recommendation is no more than 15 slides. We will continue to update you guys on that, but we don't recommend doing too much more than that. As far as engagement, has an incredible drop off after about 15 slides, FYI. Audience polls. This was another really cool feature that was released in Q4 just a few months ago, and this is also a great starting point for anybody in the crowd that has no idea what content that their audience can connect with. LinkedIn has released what are called polls. So now when you put a post out there, if you're not sure, ask your audience. You no longer have to assume. You can ask your audience, hey, do you want to see more stuff about lead gen? More stuff about thought leadership? More stuff about ROI, whatever it is, and let your audience tell you what type of content you and your team should be curating. On top of the fact that anytime that you can get feedback, engagement, it is an awesome engagement opportunity. LinkedIn is not just to talk about yourself, you guys. That's another thing that we see that companies and individuals do incorrectly. It's not a platform to just brag about you, brag about you, brag about you, brag about you, brag about you. How can you make your page a place where everybody comes to engage in dialogue and conversation? That's what the goal is. How can you be the place that your prospects, their prospects, their prospects' prospects, and everybody comes to you to get fulfilled and have awesome engagement and content right there? This is a really cool setting, especially for anybody who has a ton of what we like to say, not necessarily outbound, but community management. LinkedIn has actually increased all of their settings on a personal page of what you can control and what you can limit when it comes to your comment section. So this is just going to have added flexibility, which is just really important when you really start to get into next level LinkedIn strategy from leveraging your personal page. You can do everything like disable comments, which you have not historically been able to do. Obviously, that needs to be strategic if you're going to make that decision, if you're going to do that. You can also decide who sees your post. A lot of people don't know that. I can make a post and I can only make sure that this gentleman in the front row is the only person that sees a post that I make. This can be extremely cool, for example, for any serial entrepreneurs or anybody who runs multiple businesses. We get a number of serial entrepreneurs, and their first question is, how do I effectively use the exact same profile to sell to two completely different audiences? Well, these are the types of features that allow people who own multiple businesses to do that significantly more effectively, because now I can actually target all of my content for one of my businesses to just those people, and I never have to worry about there being any type of overlap. So again, for people who own multiple businesses, serial entrepreneurs, the ability to have significant more control over your comments and feedback is going to be really key. This is yet another thing that you have to have creator mode. I told you guys I was going to keep telling you why you needed creator mode. You can now do LinkedIn Live. You can now do LinkedIn Live. Full transparency, in January, LinkedIn did go back to you have to be approved. You do have to submit for approval. If you would like to know how to submit for approval, please reach out to us. However, the very first caveat is you still have to have creator mode. If you do not have creator mode, they will not even consider your application. If you have creator mode and you get approved, you can now do LinkedIn Live. That is really cool. We've already talked about how to make things more personal. Personalization and videography is going to be key in 2022 and 2023 as far as helping people connect with your brand, your face, your voice. getting close to the end here. And then native video. This is yet another mode or another feature that you need creator mode. But now you can actually send video through direct messages. Did you guys know that? So how cool is if you can have all of your salespeople, as opposed to sending that same copy and paste text message, what if your salespeople could actually send a video to their prospects to get it started? How much more likely is the prospect to respond to that? These are the things that if you're truly going to take generating leads serious through your personal profile, these are the features everyone has to not only be aware of, but they have to make sure that they're using and taking advantage of. Right now, 10 minutes is the max. 10 minutes is the max. We would encourage you to keep it no more than 2.5 minutes, because 10 minutes is a long time, and just to be very honest with you, depending on the content, the majority of people will not watch that much content. I can go ahead and tell you that. No matter how good it is, no matter how great it is, most people will not make it past 2.5 minutes. But you can try it and then let me know how it goes for you if you think something different. But 10 minutes max. The last thing as we're wrapping up, and this is also very, very cool. A few minutes ago, I talked about how if you are an e-commerce or a product company, LinkedIn launched the native e-commerce. If you are a business to business, if you are a consultant, if you sell software, LinkedIn has also opened up what they call product pages. So now if you are a consultant, you can actually put yourself up for hire, and anybody looking for your consulting services can directly hire you, just like this was Fiverr or if this was Upwork. If you sell a software, if you are a SaaS company and you sell software as a product, you also have the ability to upload that to their product page as well. So now again, from your individual page, not only can you nurture, you can sell and get that final dollar and get that